Hello and welcome to my video. My name is Kim, if you haven't met me before. Okay, so I don't know if you're like me, but it is one of the hottest days of the year in my area. And yet I'm done. I'm kind of ready for fall. I'm ready for pumpkins and apple cider and, marching through the mud, looking at, overpriced fair items. That's what I'm ready for. So, with that in mind, I've collected some books that I hope to read in the next couple of months. So, probably, there's not that many. I mean, for my reading taste, like I can usually do like 5 a month, depending on the size. So, this is like 2 months worth, but I'll also want to, read other things. So I hope this will last me and that I will actually read them all, like by Thanksgiving or, the end of November. So I just wanted to go through them real quick. Some of them I don't know what they're about. Some of them, they just seem autumny to me. So let me know down below if you've read any of them or if you liked them, anything like that. So, first one, the one that I've been just really been thinking about lately is The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, by Robert Louis Stevenson. It's, a classic. People have read it. My only real knowledge of it is from Bugs Bunny cartoons, because, I'm cultured like that. But I am interested in reading it, and I'm kind of nervous because I don't really know all about it. And, this much of it is an introduction. And one time I read a classic, and they spoiled it for me in the introduction. And I can't handle that again. I don't want to handle that again. So, yeah. So, maybe I'll skip the introduction. If you've read it, let me know if the introduction's important or if I can just jump ahead. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the first book that, I've really been wanting to read. None of these are really in order. I just, grabbed them from my shelves and put them on here because I've been waiting for autumn. Alright, so the next book, My Cousin Rachel, by Daphne du Maurier. I've heard a lot about Rebecca, but I don't own Rebecca, so Rachel will have to be the one. I've never seen the movie, but as you can see, it has an actress. What's her name? Rachel Weisz, whatever. That unpleasant Bond man's wife. Anyway, so I don't know anything about it, but I plan on reading it. This one I planned on reading last year, and I never got around to it, and I don't even have an excuse because it's only, 125 pages long. So, this is like the size of a children's book. So I have no reason to have not read it, but I've not read it. So it's The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter. I've been planning on reading it, but I just haven't. So there you go. These ones, there's 3 of them, and 2 I've read the real version, and 1 I have not. So we'll see how it all works out. So Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I wanted to read this last year as well, but I never got around to it. But of course I've read the real Pride and Prejudice, but I thought that this would be a little extra fun. So there you go. Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters. Now, I love Sense and Sensibility, the real one. And Colonel Brandon is my favorite Austen man. And in this book, he's a sea monster. So, yeah, we'll see how that works out. Alright, and then the one that I haven't read, the real one, but I want to read this one first because it just seems more fun. So, whatever. Android Karenina. That's just so funny. This is, of course, by Leo Tolstoy and Ben Winters. Ben Winters also wrote the two Jane Austen ones. But, oh my gosh, it's so funny to me. I need to read that. This one I've owned for years, and I've never gotten around to reading it. And I keep thinking that I will, but I just don't. And then time passes, and then I don't want to read it. So we'll see if this works. But it's Nightlight. It's a National Lampoon, or no, the Harvard Lampoon, like parody of Twilight. And I want to read it. And again, this is a tiny book, so I have no reason. 154 pages. There's no reason I haven't read it yet, other than I just have reading ADHD. So this one, I don't know if I will read it even, but it keeps making its way onto my autumn reading list. And it's In Search of Mary Kelly by Fiona, Sampson. And I've had that for a couple of years, and I haven't read it yet either. And then today I went to Half Price Books because I live in a book desert, and there are no proper bookstores in my city, or really anywhere around, except there's a Barnes to the south, and I hate Barnes and Noble, and I hate the city that it's in even more, and I don't go there. So, and I hate buying books online because you don't know what you're going to get, and they're always marked up and gross. So, I might as well just go to, half price and hope for the best. So, today, I got Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, and I'm not sure if I should read this one first, or if I should read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde first. I'm torn. Emmy reads, and Carolyn Marie reads, and the Book of Tomes are reading this for September and October. So I should probably read it first, but I don't know. It's difficult. And look at how fat this thing is. I mean, it's the Game of Tomes, but holy smuckers. I mean, I could skip going to the gym and just do curls with this book. 846 pages this is. Look at this. Like a penny a page. Because it was $9.49. It's not quite a penny a page, but math is not my thing. So, anyway, moving along. The other book that I got, again, I'm not sure if I'll get around to it, but it's on my stack of autumnal, dark kind of books, and that is The Bloodletter's Daughter by Linda Lafferty. And it was marked down to $3, so it sounded kind of interesting. We'll see what it is and whether I want to read it. And yeah, that's my stack of autumnal books, and the ones I hope to read. I could probably put them into an order. Like this one I'm not dying to read. What I'm really looking forward to reading is Jonathan Strange. And Android Karenina. And Sense and Sensibility. And Pride and Prejudice, not so much. The Bloodletter's Daughter, eventually, but not in the near future. The Bloody Chamber, I could just read it and just kind of get it out of the way. Just do it. I mean, I could get that done in one sitting, and then I will be able to say I read it and move on with my life. That's a good idea. I'm looking forward to The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. My cousin Rachel, meh, next month. So these are my immediate books that I plan on reading soon. So Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clark. The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. Angela Carter's Bloody Chamber. The Bloody Chamber. Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters by Ben Winters. Ben H. Winters. Put that there. Android Karenina. I'm not sure about that because I don't really like robots and androids and stuff, but I kind of like that it's something normal that's been twisted. So we'll see. So I'll hang on to the Bloody Chamber, and that's tough. It's tough to decide, but I think that these will be up next, so I'll keep you posted. All right, bye.